thought Horton. There's no one around. Then he heard it again, just a very faint yelp, as if some tiny person were calling for help. I'll help you, said Horton, but who are you? Where? He looked and he looked. He could see nothing there but a small speck of dust blowing past through the air. I say, murmured Horton, I've never heard tell of a small speck of dust that is able to yell. So you know what I think? Why I think that there must be someone on top of that small speck of dust. Some sort of creature of very small size, too small to be seen by an elephant's eyes. Some poor little person who's shaking with fear that he'll blow in the pool. He has no way to steer. I'll just have to save him because, after all, a person's a person, no matter how small. So, gently and using the greatest of care, the elephant stretched his great trunk through the air, and he lifted the dust speck and carried it over and placed it down safe on a very soft clover. Can I see everyone's really, really long trunks? Let's do it. Let's go for it. Right with our hands. Awesome. I love it. That was really good, Sophia. Humph, humped a voice. 'Twas a sour kangaroo, and the young kangaroo in her pouch said humph, too. Why, that speck is as small as the head of a pin. A person on that? Why, there has never been. Believe me, said Horton, I tell you sincerely, my ears are quite clean, and I heard him quite clearly. I know there's a person down there, and what's more, quite likely there's two, even three, even four. Quite likely a family, for all that we know, a family with children just starting to grow. So please, Horton said, as a favor to me, try not to disturb them. Just please let them be. I think you're a fool, laughed the sour kangaroo. And the youngest kangaroo in her pouch said, me too. And the kangaroo, you're the biggest blame fool in the jungle of Newell. And the kangaroos plunged in the cool of the pool. What terrible splashing, the elephant frowned. I can't let my very small persons get drowned. I've got to protect them. I'm bigger than they. So he plucked up the clover and hustled away. Through the high jungle treetops, the news quickly spread. He talks to a dust speck. He's out of his head. Just look at him walk with that speck of that flower. And Horton walked, worrying, almost an hour. Should I put the speck down? Horton thought with alarm. If I do, these small persons may come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't, after all. A person's a person, no matter how small. Then Horton stopped walking. The speck voice was talking. The voice was so faint he could just barely hear it. Speak up, please, said Horton. He put his ear near it. Are you guys ready? Make sure to listen very closely. My friend, came the voice, you're a very fine friend. You've helped all us folks on this dust speck no end. You've saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors. You've saved all our churches and grocery stores. They're whispering to Horton. You mean, Horton gasped, you have building theirs too? Oh yes, piped the voice. We most certainly do. I know, called the voice. I'm too small to be seen, buildings to you would seem terribly small. But to us who aren't big, they are wonderfully tall. My town is called Whoville, for I am a Who, and we Whos are all thankful and grateful to you. And Horton called back to the mayor of the town, "You're safe now, don't worry. I won't let you down." But just as he spoke to the mayor of the speck, three big jungle monkeys climbed up Horton's neck. The Wickersham brothers came shouting, "What rot! This elephant talking to Whos who are not. There aren't any Whos, and they don't have a mayor, and we're going to stop all this nonsense, so there." Uh-oh. How are we doing, Salvatore? Hanging in there? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. They snatched Horton's clover. They carried it off to a black-bottomed eagle named Vladikov, a mighty strong eagle, a very swift wing. And they said, "Will you kindly get rid of this thing?" And before the poor elephant even could speak, that eagle flew off with the flower in his beak. All that late afternoon and far into the night, that black-bottomed bird flapped his wings in fast flight, while Horton chased after with groans over stones that tattered his toenails and battered his bones, and begged, "Please don't harm all my little folks who have as much right to live as us bigger folks do." But far, far beyond him, that eagle kept flapping, and over his shoulder called back, "Quit your yapping. I'll fly the night through. I'm a bird, I don't mind it, and I'll hide this tomorrow where you'll never find it." Uh-oh. I'm nervous. Is everyone nervous? Yeah, Sophia? And at 6:56 the next morning he did. It sure was a terrible place that he hid it. He let that small clover drop somewhere inside of a great patch of clovers 100 miles wide. Can anyone show me what 100 miles looks like? Yeah, you're right, Sophia. What about you, Zachary? What does 100 miles look like? Is it super, super long? Like that long? You're absolutely right. What about you, Salvatore? Do you think you can show me? What's 100 miles look like? Is it this big or like this big? You're absolutely right. "Fine that," sneered the bird, "but I think you will fail." And he left with a flip of his black-bottomed tail. Can we all see this? He dropped he dropped the clover in this huge land. I'm nervous. "I'll find it," cried Horton. "I'll find it or bust. I shall find my friends on my small speck of dust." And clover by clover with care, he picked up and searched them and called, "Are you there?" But clover by clover, he found that the one that he sought for was just not around. And by noon, poor old Horton, more dead than alive, had picked, searched, and piled up 9,005. Then, on through the afternoon, hour after hour, till he found them at last on the 3 millionth flower. "My friends," cried the elephant, "tell me, do tell, are you safe? Are you sound? Are you whole? Are you well?" Uh-oh. From down on the speck came the voice of the mayor. "We have to pay attention. We've really had trouble, much more than our share. When that black-bottomed birdie let go and we dropped, we landed so hard that our clocks have all stopped. Our teapots are broken, our rocking chairs smashed, and our bicycle tires all blew up when we crashed. So, Horton, please, pleaded the voice of the mares, will you stick by us who's while we're making repairs? Of course, Horton answered. Of course I will stick. I'll stick by you small folks through thin and through thick. Humph, humphed a voice. For almost 2 days you've run wild and insisted on chatting with persons who've never existed. Such carryings on in our peaceable jungle, we've had quite enough of your bellowing bungle. And I'm here to state, snapped the big kangaroo, that your silly nonsensical game is all through. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, me too. With the help of the Wickersham brothers and dozens of the Wickersham uncles and Wickersham cousins and Wickersham in-laws, whose help I've engaged, you're going to be roped and you're going to be caged. And as for your dustback, ha! That we should boil in a hot steaming kettle of bezel nut oil. Boil it? Gasped Horton. Oh, that you can't do. It's all full of persons. They'll prove it to you. Mr. Mayor, Horton called. Mr. Mayor, you've got to prove now that you are really there. So call a big meeting. Get everyone out. Make every who holler. Make every who shout. Make every who scream. And if you don't, every who is going to end up in a bezel nut stew. And down on the dustbed, the scared little mayor quick called a big meeting in Whoville Town Square. And his people crowd loudly. They crowd out in fear. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. The elephant smiled. That was clear as a bell. You kangaroos surely heard that very well. All I heard, snapped the big kangaroo, was the breeze and the faint sound of wind through the far distant trees. I heard no small voices, and you didn't either. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, me neither. Grab him, they shouted, and cage the big dope. Lasso his stomach with 10 miles of rope. Tie the knots tight so he'll never shake loose. Then dunk that dumb speck in the bezel nut juice. Oh no, look at Horton. He looks very, very scared. Horton fought back with great vigor and vim, but the Wickersham gang was too many for him. They beat him, they mauled him, they started to haul him into his cage, but he managed to call to the mayor, don't give up, I believe in you all. A person's a person, no matter how small. And you, very small persons, will not have to die if you make yourselves heard. So come on now and try. The mayor grabbed a tom-tom, he started to smack it, and all over Whoville, they whooped up a racket. They rattled tin kettles, they beat on brass pans, on garbage pail tops and old cranberry cans. They blew on bazookas and blasted great toots on clarinets, oompas, and boompas and flutes. Everyone's trying to be heard. Great gusts of loud racket rang high through the air. They rattled and shook the whole sky, and the mayor called up through the howling mad hullabaloo. Hey, Horton, how's this? Is our sound coming through? And Horton called back, I can hear you just fine, but the kangaroo's ears aren't as strong as mine. They don't hear a thing. Are you sure all your boys aren't doing their best? Are they all making noise? Are you sure every Who down in Whoville is working? Quick, look through your town. Is there anyone shirking? Through the town rushed the mayor from the east to the west, but everyone seemed to be doing his best. Everyone seemed to be yapping or yipping. Everyone seemed to be beeping or bipping. But it wasn't enough. All this ruckus and roar. He had to find someone to help him make more. He raced through each building. He searched floor to floor. And just as he felt he was getting nowhere and almost about to give up in despair, he suddenly burst through a door, and that mayor discovered one shirker, quite hidden away in the Fairfax apartments 12J. A very small shirker named Jojo was just standing and bouncing a yo-yo, not making a sound, not a yip, not a chirp, and the mayor rushed inside and he grabbed the young twerp and he climbed with the lad of the Eiffelberg Tower. This, cried the mayor, is your town's darkest hour. The time for all who have blood that is red to come to aid their country, he said. We've got to make noises in greater amounts. So open your mouth, lad, for every voice counts. Thus he spoke as he climbed. When they got to the top, the lad cleared his throat and he shouted, Yop! And that yop, that one small extra yop, put it over. Finally, at last, from the speck on that clover, their voices were heard. They rang out clear and clean, and the elephant smiled. Do you see what I mean? They proved they are persons, no matter how small, and their whole world was saved by the smallest of all. How true, yes, how true, said the big kangaroo. And from now on, you know what I'm planning to do? From now on, I'm going to protect them with you. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, Me too. From sun in the summer, from rain when it's fallish, I'm going to protect them, no matter how smallish. The end. Awesome. How was that? Give me a thumbs up if it was good. Give me a thumbs down if it was bad. Oh, I've got thumbs up. I love it. Awesome. 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 Now, does everyone have their Horton? Does everyone have their Horton? I know Zachary does. Does anyone else have it? Awesome. What about you, Sophia? Do you have your Horton? No? That's okay. And what about you, my love? Do you have one at the bottom? All right. Awesome. Okay. Alrighty. So everyone's going to take out their elephant. And does everyone have the stuffing? Zachary, do you have your stuffing? Awesome. All right. Good job. So what we're going to do is on Horton's back, there's a little Velcro. So we're going to open the Velcro. You got that, Zach? Then in the Velcro, there's a little tiny pouch that you have to open up and unzip it. Awesome. Now this is where we're going to put all the stuffing. Now, what we have to do is take a little bit of the stuffing at a time. Is everyone ready? Yeah? Awesome. We're going to take a little bit of the stuffing at a time and we're going to stuff all of the legs. Think we can do that? I think so too. All right. Zach, how is it coming along? It's going good? Are you having any trouble with it? No? Awesome. How about you, Sal? You having any trouble with it? Good job. Awesome. Sophia, what did you think of the story? Good?
I liked it.
Awesome. I love that you loved it. What was your favorite part?
When the people helped the elephant.
Yeah, I think so too. That was so awesome. All right. How is it coming along, Zach? Are you able to do it? Doing a good job? I love it. All right. And did everyone get a little star as well? Awesome. These are two different things. This, you can either put it inside or you can keep it. But I think this is the heart. And so I'm going to leave it inside. Hi, Zach. What happened?
Excuse me, this elephant's name is Allie.
Allie?
Is deer. I meant deer, not deer.
Awesome.
The name is Beer.
His name is Beer?
Not mine, Zachary's.
Oh, do you want to see something funny? My dog thinks that this is for him. Ready? Look. Can't really see it, but look. He thinks that this is for him. Nope. I have to be very careful, otherwise he's going to eat it.
Eat the stuffing?
He's going to eat the stuffing and he's going to eat the elephant. I can't let him do that.
Oh, no.
I know. Oh, did everyone get a birth certificate as well?
Yes.
You did? Awesome.
Yes, exactly that mine is done already.
It's done already?
Yes, and there's also a bow on it.
There's also a bow on it?
Yes, would you like to see mine?
I love it.
And yours is done, right?
Mine is not done. I'm still trying my hardest.
It's almost done?
It's almost done. I just have to keep going and going and going. This is a lot of stuffing.
No.
Sal, what are you going to name yours?
Mine? Are you talking to me?
I was speaking to Sal, but I think he's on mute.
Fish.
Fish? Oh, that is the cutest name. I love that name.
Good night.
Good night, Sophia. I hope you have a great night.
You too.
All right. So close, we're getting there. All right. And then when you're finished stuffing your bear, you're going to take the white little pouch, zip it back up, stuff it back in, and close the Velcro on the back. And then you have a beautiful elephant bear. I love yours. It looks beautiful. Woohoo! Awesome. Yours has a hat on it also?
And a bow tie. And also, we can also play with it.
You're absolutely right. Zach, what did you name yours? What did you name yours again? Bear? Beer?
Beer. B-E-E-R.
B-E-E-R? Beer? Oh,
Beer.
wow. Okay. I love it.
Beer.
And what's your elephant's name?
Ellie the elephant.
Ellie the elephant?
Don't listen to the elephant because it's just Ellie.
It's just Ellie?
I just like to say Ellie the elephant.
Oh, but the name is just Ellie.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I love it. So we have beer, we have Ellie, and we have fish. I love all of these names. What did I do? Nope, you can't have it. My dog thinks it's for him. Yeah, he wants to play with it.
He wants to eat it.
Awesome. What are you showing me, Zachary? I love it. We have to make sure to keep that birth certificate in a safe place.
As it's just born today.
Was just born today? Yeah. So Ellie's birthday is March 11th, 2021. And so March 11th of 2022, you have to throw Ellie, beer, and fish a birthday party.
This one will have a birthday at the next March 11th. This one. But my brother and I will be way older.
Way older.
And Zachary's 7. And it's 0 a month old, right?
Yeah. It's newborn. I love your cat ears, sweetheart.
Hey, look on the screen. Another hat and scarf.
Awesome. All right. So
bow tie. Yes, bow tie. I'll do it on another screen. Yeah.
I love it. We are almost done. Oh, we're so close. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love your headband, sweetheart. How are you doing today? Give me a thumbs up if you're doing okay. Awesome. I love it. All right, and we're almost done. Then we're gonna show everyone our, I love it. All right, let's see. Let's see, oh my goodness. All right, let's see. I'm gonna take a picture. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love it. Look at all of these. I love it so much. All right. Well, I'm so happy that you all came and you all enjoyed this. And I'm so happy that we made the our elephants together. I hope everyone has a great night and I will speak with you soon. Okay. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. And how are you going to name yours?
I don't know. I think I'm going to name mine Blue.
Blue? Wait, well, actually, there's an episode that's called Blue's Clues and You, and Josh's dog is named Blue.
You're absolutely right. All right, I'm going to let you go because it's getting really late and I know you have to go to bed soon. But I hope everyone has a great night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. All right, stop recording.